Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jarvis, also known as CJ on the internet, and welcome to Surge's Top 5 Games of 2015. I thought we would do a top 5 this year since this is the start of the channel and I wanted to try to build something off it. So I thought, let's make a top 5. So this top 5 is a bit different to normal top 5s, which is that we are allowed to pick single player games and single player games only from the past 3 years that we might have played this year. So say you played BioShock Infinite, which came out in 2013, you're allowed to put that on your top 5 list for 2015. That's only if you played it this year though. So and that does not count for multiplayer games either. Multiplayer games that has to have come out on the year, so 2015. So today it's going to be me, Jarvis, and I want to put down my top 5 games of 2015. Okay, starting up at number 5, we have GTA 5, ironically. So you might be thinking, hey, GTA 5 has come out like ages ago, like a couple years ago. But this year I got to finally play it, I guess, on PC, and it has released April 2015. So I have finally been able to play the game, and it's been really fun. I've been able to make the couple videos with AJ that's just posted up a bit ago, and you know, it's just a blast. Like, it's a game where we can just go fooling around and do all this crazy shenanigans stuff and stuff that you just wouldn't be able to do in real life, obviously, because it's a video game. And that's what just makes it that GTA 5 is just visually pleasing too. It just looks stunning. I mean, even though I might be playing on mouse and keyboard, it doesn't take away the fact that it's just such a really good game with the first person aspect and the third person. The driving on keyboard and mouse, yeah, is kind of iffy, and the mouse and keyboard controls for the flying isn't the greatest either, but that's to kind of be expected. Flying, driving, and all those type of things aren't always the best on PC because, you know, it's not optimized for that in a way. So, but it stays at my top 5 mainly because it's a game that has come out like 2 years ago, which, you know, isn't really the greatest. I mean, Rockstar have basically produced a game that has come out over the past 3 years because of the generations of the new consoles and the old consoles, and then now just bringing it to PC has made tons of money off it. So it's kind of just re-releasing over and over again until maybe GTA 6 comes out. But GTA 5 for me has been a great pleasure. I've played it for a good few, some hours, and then it's gonna entertain me for even longer just by how much content is in that game. So that's why it's my number 5 of 2015. Coming in number 4 is a game that really did shock me and only came in because Caleb told me to download it, which is Dirty Bomb. Now, Dirty Bomb is another one of these FPS games, kind of cartoony aspect to it, where it's just, you go around shooting people because it's fun. But the aspect of this one is that it's a dirty game, so it's supposed to be, filled with exploits and just random stupidness that shouldn't be in a normal game of competitiveness. So if you take CSGO for example, you have these certain aspects, you don't have any abilities or anything, but in Dirty Bomb you play the game because there's so many different aspects to this first person shooter that can just kind of head over heels, just be stupid and silly. And it gives that kind of Team Fortress 2 aspect with the kind of graphic design and a bit of the characters that comes into it, but it just feels like a very polished game, even though it is, and I think beta or something like that. It's such a good game for the free-to-play aspect too. Yes, you might not be able to unlock all the characters. Yes, there might be other people that unbox different characters that are 10 times better than the default characters. That's just kind of pay to win stuff. But even without the pay to win stuff and just randomly unboxing these little crates that you get from doing it, it's such a good game because it's just, you're able to jump in with your friends, you're able to play it and pick it up really quickly because it's just not a hard game to pick up. It's no CSGO where you have the spray aspect and where you have to spray down using your mouth, and there's a whole competitive style to it. There's a whole skill to it. Dirty Bomb was a game where I can just go in and just pick it up and just have fun with it. It's not, competitive in any aspect. It's just a real fun game where I can jump in, play as a medic, and just, throw med packs across the map, which is just amazing. It does get clouded over by a few kind of bad aspects, like I said before, with the different characters that you can unlock that are 10 times better than the defaults. That's why I've kind of ranked this as a number 4, because it's not that, you can pay to win in an aspect, even though you don't have to pay to win. So that's why Dirty Bomb is my number 4 of 2015. Now, the third spot goes to a game that I didn't really like to start out with. It kind of just was a YouTube game where it was just every YouTuber was playing it just to get the views, what I thought at the time. But my number 3 game goes to Rocket League. Rocket League came out of nowhere. It was surprising to everyone. No one really knew where it came from. I don't think there was really too much stuff at E3 at any PAXs about this game. It just came out of nowhere, and that's what made it so good, because no one knew what to do, what happened to expect this game to come out. It was, it's a really fun and really good game. Now, when Rocket League first came out, it came out of nowhere, as I said. But as I look on my YouTube feed, when it first came out, it was just Rocket League after Rocket League after Rocket League videos. And I was like, oh, it's just another one of those like Five Nights at Freddy's stuff where it's just like, it's just going to be all over YouTube, and then, 2 days later it's going to be gone. But no, this game was able to stick around for quite some time. It was able to, build that community, and it's now become an esport, surprisingly, with all these cool trick shots and whatever. But yeah, so when it first came out, I didn't like it because I thought it was just another clickbait. But realistically, it's not that clickbait game. It's got so much fun and aspects to it that just doesn't make it one of those clickbait games that you watch on YouTube. It's a game that you actually have to play to enjoy, because if you don't like it to start off with, it's not going to be a fun game. I mean, if you don't watch it and like it, that's not the aspect of it. The aspect is where you get to, play the game for what it is, and it's definitely worth a pickup. It's got so much content behind it. They're adding new stuff every time, and the only DLC that will come to it is DLC for aesthetics, which don't do anything, by the way. Nothing at all. That's what makes it so perfect. It's not a pay-to-win game like Dirty Bomb. It's a game where you can go in and just have fun with it. So, it's even more fun because it's not pay to win. Everyone starts out with the same stuff. Even if, there's no, difference to any of the cars. There's no difference to if you have a different, stream and whatnot. And it's a game, pardon me, it's a game where you get to play as a car with rockets that just goes to play soccer. What more would you want? I'm not a big soccer fan, but this game has just been you get to control a car that has rockets on it. What more would you want from a game, honestly? But that's why Rocket League gets my number 3 spot for 2015. My number 2 spot of 2015 is a game that has came out ages ago. They came out in 2013. But I've only got to play it now, early this year, and man, was this a game and a half. This was beautiful. That game is BioShock Infinite. BioShock Infinite puts you in Booker DeWitt, a regular guy that is just trying to repay the debt. But this is a different game. It's not, it might be a linear game where it's just one path, but the depth and story behind the ending is shocking and unbelievable. This game was pushed back, I think, about 3 or 4 times, but man, was it worth it. I've only got to play this now, and I'm sad I didn't get to play this when the game first came out, because I would have paid big bucks for this game. This game was visually pleasing. It had a great story. Everything about it was great. The soundtrack, everything. It was really just that perfect game. The reason it didn't get my number 1 spot for 2015 was because it was a game of 2013. And that's main reason why BioShock Infinite is my second game for 2015. So you must be wondering, what is my number 1 game for 2015? And I want to say this. It's not by Bethesda, and it's not The Witcher 3. You might be guessing yourself now, what is it? I'll tell you what it is. It's by a company by Telltale. And this one is Borderlands. Tales from the Borderlands. Wow, was this a game? This game was amazing. It had everything that I liked from Borderlands and put it into a different scenario with different people, different just gameplay mechanics because it's Telltale, and just made it so well done. When I first got it, I got it because I liked Borderlands. I've played the first one and the second one, as you guys have seen on the channel. If you guys want to see that, just take a look down our videos. But Tales from the Borderlands made that story that no one really cared about from Borderlands 1 and 2, and the pre-sequel for that matter, and made it so that you actually do care about, like, the story now. With Borderlands, it gave you different, they gave you different things that you wouldn't have thought possible or would have happened in the actual Borderlands series. There are people that have come in now that are canon to the story, and there are people that from canon from the story have now died. Yes, people have died in this game, which making it canon. This is just crazy. The fact that Telltale have gone that ballsy route of doing that is just shocking to me, and especially the final episode of this game was the greatest thing I've ever played so far. Just the way it all went down with all the fighting and the story, and it was just such a great closer. Even some of the Easter eggs they did in that game were just amazing and true to it. True to the Borderlands story. I might not have played all through Borderlands 1 with Caleb so far, but it doesn't matter because right now you don't really need to know any of the Borderlands history in a way. Even though I know most of it, you don't need to know that. Because this game sets it up so you can play Borderlands, the Tales from the Borderlands, without knowing anything prior. It's such a good game. You guys should definitely pick it up if it's on sale. But yeah, so that was like a whole big rant. But yeah, so definitely check that out. Yeah, but definitely guys, check out all the games that I've said in my top 5 this year. It was a great year. I didn't get to play too much AAA titles because I'm poor and I'm just, useless. But yeah, so definitely go check out everything, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.